very much. This tree here is really important because this is the first tree where I found koalas, and this is the area where I found dead koalas. All through the drought, it was really green and healthy, so it must be tapped into water. But then when you look around, the ground it was that dry that we needed water for the wildlife. So I was lucky, a person from the Environmental Defender's Office come and give me $700 to put water in. So we put water here and a drinker, then went the back track over there further and put another drinker in and a big water trough. And that done us for another 12 months till we got more money. I planted trees, and then the council come along and put the water in for me. And so since then, we've had a lot of wildlife come here, and the koalas love this area because the whole purpose of this, to me, is that you put water in, you have healthy trees, and then that scent goes out through the leaf, and it drifts with the wind, especially in big droughts. Then that draws the koalas and the wildlife in that want to eat healthy trees, and that's what happened. In one day, in this tree here alone, there was actually 17 koalas. It was unbelievable. I named it the Warialda Koala Wildlife Reserve because it's not only for koalas, it's for all wildlife.
We formed up the North West Regional Koala Arks group, which is a cross-regional collaboration between the North West and the New England regions. A few years back, Northern Slopes Landcare and North West Regional Koala Arks in partnership got funding through WIRES to do a bit of an education program and a raising awareness program. Part of the funding was to erect some signs at the reserve and just inform people, give them a bit more information about koalas and other wildlife and about the reserve and what they can do to help koalas in the wild themselves. It's really important for people to remember when they are visiting reserves such as this is the fact that koalas are wild animals, so it's really important that no matter how cute and cuddly they are, people do keep their distance and respect their wildness.
I'm Wendy Hawes. I'm an ecologist based out of Inverell. Grassy Box Woodland is a critically endangered ecological community listed under both New South Wales and federal legislation. The main trees here that are important for wildlife and particularly koalas are the yellow box and the Blakely's red gum, but they will feed on other trees if they get pushed, so they'll feed on ironbarks to some degree if they were pushed. The other species are important because they quite often provide shade for koalas. So what we've discovered in the last few years is that you not only need the feed trees for the koalas, but with increasing temperatures, we need the shade trees. Because koalas have no way of actually dissipating heat. They don't sweat, they don't pant. So their only way of getting rid of heat is to get in the shade and potentially hug the tree so that they dissipate the heat through their chest into the tree.
It's so cool, majestic.
I can show you a few maps and things. What James?
I'm from Warialda. I'm a Warialda resident. I'm a freelance journalist and photographer. And I'm a person who, I guess, is interested in nature and history. So they're two groups that I am involved with. And one of them is the Koala Arks group, which is awesome. I'm loving it. I got involved in the group because there was a lot of passion. John Hodge, Shelley and others who were in the group and how passionate they were to see this work. And that's how I got involved, more as just a citizen. I also didn't realise what a big koala population Warialda had. So I was pretty excited to hear that there were people working to try and look after them and keep them here.
So I started doing koala rescue roughly around July 2023. Since that time, I've had 138 rescues. Most of the koala signs now have the WIRES phone number underneath, and we just encourage people to ring if they see one injured. Even the dead koalas, they can help us to identify where hotspots are, where they're getting killed. We also go and collect the bodies, and we can do assessment like for chlamydia and identify if that area is clean of chlamydia, and if not, we can run an information drive so that the local farmers know what they're looking for and how to identify it, so that of course we can get in and do the rescues. We actually see quite a lot of koala injuries due to fencing that people may be unaware of the dangers, so we're finding a lot of lower level barb, anything sort of below 30 centimetres. The mums are going under and they have the joey on the back, and the joey is getting caught into the barbed wire and is left hanging on the barbed wire. So sadly we've had a number that have had to go to hospital with very severe injuries, needing multiple surgeries. Yeah, we desperately need more people to be volunteering to do the rehabilitation. They're an animal that has been on the endangered list for some years now. Basically, this reserve was a project that was supported by some WIRES funding. This particular area has turned out to be a really good example of what groups pulling together can achieve.
Just being out on country, working together, learning together, walking together. We need to keep our koala. It's a very special animal, can bring some tourist dollars this way as well. But just for the environment, I think it's a great project. Keep our koala alive and for the next generations.
The koala is so important. He's pretty cute and cuddly. He's really an iconic animal. We're hoping the likes of this koala reserve and the work that we're doing with our koala arks is really getting other people involved. And that's not just school children. It's sort of educating our landowners as well, the importance of having koala on your property, which means if you do, you have great habitat. And what comes with koalas and good habitat is biodiversity. And once you bring biodiversity on your farmland, you're creating value on your landscapes. We feel that that's really important to make sure that we're educating not only our tourists about our amazing koala, but the people that matter, to make sure that they conserve habitat.